The Will You Grow Show goes live Sundays 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern. To receive notifications, click the subscribe button beneath this video, or visit YouTube's Will You Grow channel to see more shows and videos. And now, here's Will You founder Angelique Medow with this week's Will You Grow Show.
Welcome to the Will You Grow Show. How are you? I'm Angelique, founder of Will You and WillYouGrow.com, an inspirational multimedia company that provides education and mentoring to nurture empowerment and joy. Our weekly Grow Show begins by tackling touchy subjects that'll tickle your tempestuous thoughts, fan your eternal flame, and salve your soul with hope. Halfway through, we'll take a 60-second look at what people have to say about us, and then we'll go hands-on to talk fun tips and tools to begin implementing today's lesson into your life. Here in the studio with me today are our audio aficionado, Ben, and our video Santa, Neil. As always, we thank them for making this show happen while sharing their colorful commentary.
Colorful, lively, over here.
This episode is sponsored by Life and Nature, who keep our hearts beating and our world turning, and by the Carrie Campbell Foundation, which supports creative video content that increases love among all people. Gotta love that. We say thank you to the Carrie Campbell Foundation and each and every one of our sponsors and donors. We also thank each and every viewer who hits the subscribe button, the like button, and the share button, since the more of this we receive from you, the more that YouTube makes our videos available for the public to find and watch. Now, today's show topic is, will the real you please stand up? In today's episode, we'll explore new ways to unabashedly yet kindly stand up for who we are and what we want. If we've said yes to people to smooth things over or so they'll do what we want, when we really wanted to say no, we are not standing up for ourselves. If so, there's an us that's sitting down, yet wanting to rise up and free ourselves from our fear of rejection and obligation to do things that we don't really want to do. Let's see if we're one of those people. I have 3 quiz questions for you. These 3 questions will help determine whether or not we stand up for ourselves. Of course, this quiz won't fit every situation and person, but it will apply to many. Okay. Here are the 3 questions. Simply answer yes or no. Have we ever wished that 1. A partner, family member, or boss would stand up for us? 2. Have we ever wished that someone would save us from our current situation? And 3. Have we ever wished that someone would stop taking advantage of us? If we answered yes to any of these questions, then today's episode is made just for us. Let's have a little story about what we want. I had an 80-year-old friend who was widowed and lonely. So she wanted to befriend a dog who came round her house each morning. One day, I offered to paint her living room to brighten things up. As I painted, she washed dishes while looking out her kitchen window, and she saw the stray dog that she was hoping to befriend. She cooed excitedly. She went to the fridge, plopped some leftovers onto an aluminum pie pan, and scurried outside. "Here, puppy, 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 puppy," she chirped, calling the dog towards her with the pan of food. The dog looked like it was starving. It had patches where its hair had fallen out, and it was more than scruffy. When it smelled the food in the air, it licked its chops and took a few steps towards the plate full of food. My friend quickly backed up as she was afraid of being bitten. Then she called to the dog again, and the dog warily came towards her. She and the dog went back and forth in this dance for about 30 seconds, and then the hungry dog left. We've got to quit the sit to stand. There is no middle way, half-hearted way, or sort of way to stay sitting in our old us with our old fears and also stand up for the true us and the life we want. If we want to befriend a dog, we've got to learn how to convert our fear of being bitten into a willingness to learn about the dog. By doing so, we give ourselves permission to feel comfortable with the process of learning, so we may get to know the dog and vice versa. In another example, if we want to quit pretending to like football so we don't have to go to games anymore, we can't keep going to the games and pretending to be a fan. We have to stand up for what we do want instead of what we don't. And if we want to stop doing some habit that we do too much, maybe we've been sitting in laziness, or stuffing ourselves with food, or having sex with soul-sucking people, or taking debilitating drugs, or whatever, we can't pick up that habit on weekends. When we're overwhelmed, when it seems convenient, when everyone else is doing it, when we're stressed, when we're having a bad day. We've got to stand up for the best of who we really are and what we really want. Are we afraid to stand up? Are we afraid to stand for our real best self? We may feel uncertain whether we are strong enough to stand up for ourselves. We may feel guilty, punish ourselves, or feel unworthy to stand up and be our best. Maybe we've made some mistakes and feel sorry about our past. Well, we've all made mistakes. If we keep the guilt and regret active within us, we live with it. Its sorrow is alive. And if we're living in the past, we can't stand up for who we want to be now. If any of this rings true for us, it may be time to learn how to forgive ourselves, others, and life or God for how things turned out. For more information on forgiveness, feel free to watch our series of videos on that topic by hitting the green Will You button below this video and scrolling down. So whose life is it anyway? It's our choice, our life, not somebody else's. Rather than hoping or expecting others to stand up for us, also called making us happy, we owe it to ourselves to stand up for us by means of making happy, healthy, and joyful choices, like eating cleaner, meditating, getting into nature, and whatever it is that you may be called to do by Spirit. We each have an innate knowing about what we need to do. Are we? Are we doing what we need to do? We're individuals, responsible for our own choices, life, and happiness. It is not up to us to spend our whole life trying to help someone else be happy. It is also not our responsibility to fix them, pity them, baby them, enable them, or feed their addictions, weaknesses, and fears. Those types of choices keep us stuck. They enable them not to grow up spiritually. When we're ready, here are 3 motivational steps to help us stand up for ourselves. Number 1, ask ourselves, what do I truly, madly, deeply want? To befriend a dog? To buy a new car? To own a business? To have a family? Write down a list of whatever comes up. What comes to mind? We'll know we've really got a good one when we can imagine ourselves, even on our deathbed, having achieved that very thing we wanted and feeling happily satisfied. Number 2, read our list aloud to someone we love. If we think we can't or choose not to, we are not standing up for our lifetime chance to allow someone to walk alongside us in our dreams. We're hiding our light and living in fear. If we stand up now and speak our truth, things will change. They must. Because what we've been doing Ignoring, denying it, and keeping it in holds us back from following through and learning to trust ourselves, life and God, and other people to be supportive of us on our journey. Number 3, ask ourselves, what one small step can I take today to stand up for this and to stand up for me? One small step. Then do it or schedule it. And now let's take a break to see what clients have to say. When we come back, we'll talk tips, tools, and elements from Mother Nature to heal our body, mind, and stand up for ourselves.
The Will You Grow Show will now take 60 seconds to check in with you. If you're wondering how to apply a Grow Show topic to your life, here's what people say about mentoring with Angelique.
She's committed to this really fierce, passionate pursuit of truth for her. You know, that she's been on that quest. She welcomes everybody else into that quest too, wherever they are.
She has an energy about her that's different than most, and just an openness that's easy to connect to.
When Angelique says, will you, she really means, will you? And it is a question, will you join me in doing this work?
What I feel after I have my talks with Angelique, I feel stronger, I feel motivated, I feel inspired. Having more people like her would make this world a beautiful place.
This is your girl. Self-care is not selfish. If you really want to dig deep and stop living on the surface, then schedule a conversation with Angelique.
And now, back to the Will You Grow Show with Will You founder, Angelique Medow.
And then, there you go.
Now you wait. Okay, now
Yes,
you go down. I'll go up. You go down. Oh, yes. Go.
Woo woo! Oh yeah, baby. We are some homey white rappers, aren't we? We are some homey white rappers. All right, y'all. So tell me a little bit about your standing up. What do you think about all that?
My poor wife, when we first got married, she faked liking football.
Not where I thought he was going with that.
I know. It's good. That could have gone either way, but but no, that's a different story for a different day. Yeah, she faked liking football. Now she doesn't care. She'll go in the other room. She'll get in the car. She says, "If this isn't what you're watching, I'm leaving." I'm like, "Okay, I love you. See you after the fourth quarter." What do you got, Ben?
You know, this may seem like a small thing, but I went 12 years through school. So like kindergarten to, well, I guess that's 13 years. Anyway, my mom made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day. The entire time I was in school. And by the end of it, I quit eating them because I'd had too many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But I never actually told her that. So. Could have stood up and told the truth there. But here we are.
We all get a little nuts over our sitting down capabilities, don't we? I know it. All right, well, let's keep riding this crazy train as we introduce today's healing elements of nature. Although bats get a bad rap, they're actually extremely helpful to us humans. Not only does one bat eat 6,000 to 8,000 mosquito-sized insects per night, that's a rate of 1,000 to 1,200 insects per hour and approximately 2.5 million insects per year.
Wow.
They're also important pollinators. For those who like tequila, the agave plant is pollinated by bats. Bats have often been misunderstood because of their connection with death. However, they symbolize the death of the parts of us that are no longer serving our life's goals. We all have some of that, right? Bats remind us to let go of the irrelevant parts of us and move forward, staying balanced in the present moment. They encourage spiritual growth by letting go of ego and nurturing personal growth. To learn more lessons from the bat, we might watch a documentary on bats. Visit the largest bat rescue center on the planet, the Bat World Sanctuary in Weatherford, Texas, or just sit outside in a backyard or a park after dark. Moving on to our healing properties of today. The strongest healing stone is malachite. The following information on the malachite is provided by tinyrituals.co, a company that sells tiny bracelets and accessories. So, what is malachite? Malachite is here to help us in times of transformation. For those who are ready to embrace new leaps or who are clinging to the edge of something, malachite provides strength to prune our inner branches and say yes to new growth. Malachite is a guardian of the heart. When our heart chakras are blocked, we struggle to show the full spectrum of our love and to let others in to share the gorgeous nature of our souls. Malachite goes straight to the work of the heart, removing the blocks so that beauty can flow. It doesn't stop at the heart either. Malachite works across the chakras, strengthening our solar plexus chakra so we may be able to feel grounded and brimming with vitality. It's also a chi stirrer. It also taps into our third eye chakra where our infinite wisdom and our deepest intuition sit. When our third eye is clear to open, it means that we are leaping higher spiritually and we are able to receive more and different kinds of divine guidance. Malachite's also a healer of broken bones and high blood pressure and a protector from the toxic flow of negative energy. It encourages us to let go of old traumas and patterns and to step outside our comfort zone. Malachite helps us diminish fears, not just in an emotional way, but also in helping the body deal with the pounding heart and the sweats that can accompany resistance to change and phobias. When it comes to emotional healing, it offers immense powers of protection. Malachite is all about flushing out toxic emotions, clearing away unwanted energies, and ensuring that those negative vibes stay 6 feet away at all times. Malachite provides courage, wisdom, and the ability to spot and say no to all kinds of emotional blackmail. It's a stone that sends a warning bell when things aren't as they seem, which, in turn, grants us the inner strength and confidence needed to know that no matter what, this stone will teach us how to have our own back, without paranoia. For those of us who are tired of feeling vulnerable and sick of subconsciously resisting the flow of change, think of malachite as a sword and shield. It's always ready to show us what we need to know, but it does it in such a nurturing way that good vibes will suddenly just start to follow us. Who doesn't want more joy, more beauty, and the simple pleasure of feeling cared for? Well, that wraps it up for tips and tools for today. What say ye? Will you stand up for you? Please share your thoughts and feelings in the comments section so we may grow in strength and willpower together. As always, we thank you so much for watching. It means the world to us. If you liked today's show, we'd be honored if you'd hit the subscribe button to receive weekly updates. Hit the like button to let us know you like what we're doing, and hit the share button to share this message with people you care about. If you feel inspired to give a financial gift to help keep this show coming, click the green Will You circle that's located below this video to find the words Yes You Can at the top, then look to the right to click the donate button. All amounts are respected and appreciated. To see more videos, they're also available by clicking that green Will You button down below this video, then scrolling down. If you'd like to talk about mentoring with me, I welcome that. Schedule your complimentary conversation at willyougrow.com today, and I'll look forward to speaking with you soon. And for now, we bid you adieu. Take excellent care of your very fine self, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Always with love. From Angelique. Woo! We did it. We did it. Yay!
Good job! Yay!
For more information about programs offered by Will You, mentoring with Angelique, and to watch video success stories from clients, explore willyougrow.com. If you or your company are interested in inspiring our mutual audience by sponsoring this or another of our programs, let's talk about it. Boost viewer confidence and trust in your company. Call 1-833-WILL-YOU, then press extension number 6. Make sure to click the subscribe button to get reminders before upcoming shows.
Thanks, guys.
Now, if a bat gets in my house, I can't promise that my wife will want me to be nice.
Call someone and have it
I will
saved.
call someone and have it saved.